Feeling you, baby, you killing the baby. You got more body than my little Stanfield. Ass so fat, she be getting embarrassed. She wanna shop, I'ma take her to Paris. Being that Lucha, I'm being that coochie. I bought her a dog.
Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel, Sasha Lorraine. We're back with another video.
Back at it again.
But this is my first video, so we're not back with another video. But this is my first video, so welcome to my channel. This is my better buddy, my friend, my roommate.
Clear.
Okay, period. Sorry, let me stop. But this is our basic training video and like how basic training went for us and what we had to go through. So, yeah. Let's get into it. Question number 1. Is basic hard? Okay, I didn't know if you want me to go first. But I was at Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
So our experience is going to be different, but I feel like that's just going to make the video because it's different. But question number 1, is basic hard? You want me to go? Or you want to go? It don't matter.
All right, I'm going to go first. All right, so let me tell you. When my ass got a fucking Fort Jackson, that shit right there was painful. It rained 3 weeks in a row. And I got smoked real bad. If y'all know what smoking is, that's like corrective punishment, push-ups and all that shit. And that shit was terrible. Like, I was smoked for a good 3 weeks.
Right. I feel like basic is what you make it. Like, basic is fun if you want to make it fun because you'll be motivated. If you don't wake up motivated and you be like, fuck, why am I doing this? Why am I here? Your days are going to go by slow. If you have fun and you look at the army like, yeah, this is what I really wanted to do. Even because some days you're not always going to be motivated. I'm not going to lie. Some days you're not going to always have that energy to be like, damn, yeah, like, let me get it today. But if you at least have like a half mindset that day, or like, okay, I signed up for this, I could do this. The army will be fun. Basic training will be fun.
It'll go by fast as fuck. You wouldn't even know it.
Right. You'll be like, damn, we was just in red phase getting yelled at by fucking drill sergeants, and we was getting dropped every 2 seconds for nothing. I'm talking about you flinch your eye. Why are you moving training? What the fuck? Da da da. This and that. Half left. Face. From leading rest position. Move. I'm talking about. Ooh, sweating bad.
Y'all gonna hear that a lot. Y'all gonna hear that a lot.
All the time, especially red phase. They gonna have you bringing all your stuff up and down stairs. Make sure y'all are clean. Oh my God, I cannot stress it enough. Make sure the barracks is clean, please.
Unless y'all all want the business.
Unless you want to get evicted and bring all your shit downstairs. So yeah, that's it for question number 1.
Yeah, just make it what you think it is. Just think as it is fun. If shit gonna go fast as fuck, if you think it's fun, yes, you're gonna have bad days, but you gotta keep pushing through.
Right.
That's it.
Okay, question number 2. How often do you get to go to the PX?
Yeah. Y'all don't even go, when y'all go to Fort Jackson, don't even put too much hope into that. Because we ain't even went like what? People went like 5 times a different company. I know Foxtrot, we went about 3 times. 3. And the big PX was once.
See, we didn't even get to go to the big PX once, but like the mini tiny PX, they took us a couple of times, like maybe every other week. So we went 4 times. And make sure you get everything that you need. Make sure your ass ain't funky. Like, get you deodorant. Get what you need. Like, make sure you ain't looking wretched the whole time that you in basic. Like, get you some hair gel. Get you deodorant. Get you toothpaste because your breath is going to be stank. Get you something. Do something with your life. If you can't afford shit, because sometimes your parents is going to steal your pay. Your family members will steal your pay because you trusted them with the banking information that you have. If you can't buy deodorant, you don't. Tell a drill sergeant or something. Make sure your hygiene is key in basic training. That is the main thing you need to worry about besides training. Your hygiene. Because it's going to be a lot of being out there in the heat, the hot, all this crazy type of stuff. So make sure you have your hygiene products, please. I can't stress it enough. I'm going to say that the whole time. Hygiene. Make sure you got your stuff together.
Hygiene is key.
Don't nobody want to smell you.
Drill sergeant will be on that ass and expose your ass for the company. Talk about your ass stink. You don't want to do it.
Please do. When you go to the PXTA, take advantage.
Like, buy hella shit. Do you think you got more than you need?
No, you don't.
Buy some more shit because you're going to run out like that.
Right. Like, I got 4 deodorant sticks right now. Not because I even need them. I had 6 when I came. just make sure you have the right thing. Like, your hygiene is key. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water too. Especially if you go in the summertime, like, water is key. Like, even in the wintertime, you need to drink water because you still are going to be physically active and you still could get dehydrated, pass out, and fall out in the wintertime. But especially during the summertime, drink the water. Drink 2-3 Camelbacks a day. Like, don't overhydrate, but just drink enough water. Is it all you got for 2?
Yeah.
All right. Question number 3. How comfortable are your boots?
Them shits right there, and them shits are so irritating. Like, you'll get used to it on week 4 or 5. That's when they just broke in. But when you first get them, trying them on, you're like, yeah, they alright. But once you guys start walking in them shit hurt. On the top of your foot, it's gonna be like a little arch going in on the top of your foot like this, and it's gonna be pressing down every time you try to bend your foot. When they be like front leaning rest position, you're gonna feel that shit in your foot.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just try to push through it. That's what I did. I broke into it. Still breaking into it. You're gonna have to push through it. This shit's uncomfortable.
I knew something was fucked up when I seen the drill sergeants not wearing the same boots as us.
They got on Nikes.
I'm talking about Reebok, Rockies,
Garmin
boots. Right, like, your feet and your back is the most important thing in the Army, and your drill sergeants will tell you that themselves. Like, make sure your feet are well taken care of. As soon as y'all have the privilege to get new boots, get them, because everybody wasn't playing in rocks and shit at the age of 2, age of 0 months walking. Some people have bougie feet like me and shit. Like, I was outside playing, but it went full on, baby. So I need them type of boots. That be like, okay, you know, let me make sure my feet are well taken care of. Make sure your feet are well taken care of. That's one of the main things. You're going to be working a lot. You're going to be walking a lot. Take care of your feet. And make sure you change your socks and use powder. Especially if you go in the summertime. Use powder. Nothing will hurt. Yes. You don't want your boots to stink.
And you don't want to get blisters either.
Right. Blisters suck. You want to talk about that?
Yes. Alright, so blisters, I'm pretty sure all you guys know what that is. Them shits hurt when you ruck.
I didn't know you
6 to 30 miles of rucking, your ass gonna be hurting because you're gonna be feeling that shit and you're gonna be thinking you want to quit because that shit hurts so bad. And it's the fact that you still gotta wear them boots and you still walking in them and you can't even take them off. That's the bad part right there.
Right.
And you gotta wait till that thing pops.
I didn't even know you could get blisters on your feet till I joined the Army. Like, I thought, like, you get blisters from a burn or something like that. I didn't know you could really get blisters, like, on your feet. And its blisters are created from, I think, having too much space.
And the friction.
Yeah.
God, when you get your boots, make sure them shits work.
Fit.
Don't just,
you
like,
them a little
let
bit
them
tight.
tap your foot against that little wall and say it fits.
Nah.
Make sure your ass actually stand
Aggravate
up
them.
and feel it, because that's going to be the
And
worst
when
thing
you
to
get
cause
your
blisters
uniform,
right there.
the civilians there, they'll have an attitude, but you need to make sure your stuff is right.
Because that's
like,
your boot.
Right. Even with all your clothes, I'm going to get off topic about the boots, but even with all your clothes, make sure your stuff fits. If your shorts are too tight, don't be the only female walking around with tight ass shorts looking like a hoochie hole in basic. It's not cute. I'm telling you, it's not cute. If your uniform is too tight, tell them, like, oh, this is too tight or this looks too small for me. The civilians will get aggravated, they will get annoyed, but then you're going to have to hear from it about your drill sergeant. So make sure your shit fits.
And make sure your OCPs fit. Because that is different. Because you got to think about it. Your OCPs is what you're going to be graduating in and everything. And you want to look presentable. You can't look presentable with big ass clothes and you're small as fuck. Like, that shit ain't gonna look right.
Right. And they do not care because there's so many people, they have to rush in and out. But one thing you can't do is switch out your uniforms. They tell you that you can. They say, oh, maybe in AIT. No, you cannot do none of that.
You gotta
Get
wait
the uniforms
6
that
months.
fit. Right. Get uniforms that fit. And just make sure you get uniforms that fit. That's all I have for that question.
Same.
All right. Question number 4. What is fire guard?
I'll let you explain that for her right there.
All right. So, fire guard, basically you stay 1 hour out of the night to make sure everybody in the bay is doing what they're supposed to do, and you clean for that hour. So you clean and you make sure everybody's okay. If you have any emergencies on that shift, you and your battle buddy will go downstairs to the drill sergeant CQ office and tell them what's going on. You don't want to do that. make sure your shit is squared away. Because if you get in trouble for something that's going on in CQ, it's not going to be pretty for the whole company. Like, it's not. All you have to do is literally stay up your whole shift. Do not fall asleep. Oh my God, I cannot stress this enough. Do not fall asleep. And just clean. It's simple. That's it. All you're doing is cleaning with a better body. Oh my God, do not fuck a fire guard. If they see you sleep, it was at one point, we had 8 people on fire guard. So we had to do 2 fire guard shifts a night. Yeah, we used to get in trouble for that. So.
Oh yeah, and don't be one of the people that don't want to do your fire guard shift because you're tired. Because we're all going to be tired at the end of the day. Right. And we still got to pull a shift. At my company, they had all the guys, all the males, put on everything, like the full gear. And you're going to know what the full gear is because you're going to get issued it. Like, that's your RTB, your ACH, your flick. They had to put on all that on. And then it got to the point where they almost went into the mock. So, yeah. That right there, you don't want to be one of the ones that don't do the fire guard because then they're going to have like more than one person on there. It's going to be like 3 of you guys on one shift. You don't want to do it. Just do your shift. Oh, and also, basic. There are going to be NCOs and officers going to check up on you on your shift. And it's going to be like out of the blue, you don't know when. I calculated mine's from like 12 to 1 or 1 to 2. That's when they came in. So make sure if it's an officer, you call attention. And if it's an NCO, at ease. Cause make sure
go back and forth. If you see an officer, talk at attention. If your drill sergeant or NCO is talking to you, you go back to parade rest. It doesn't matter. If it drives you crazy, you will stand at attention and parade rest when you address them.
Because I got dropped for talking to a drill sergeant, and the officer asked me a question, and I said, yes, drill sergeant, and I realized it was an officer. He was a first lieutenant, and I got dropped.
Right.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Just
stay up for fire guard.
Pay attention. You may be tired, and yes. If you go to Fort Jackson, don't write letters. Because they will read them out loud in front of the company.
Do not write no letters on your fire guard shift.
That's the worst thing you can do is write letters. Like, yeah, I got personal time.
No, that's not personal time. That's military time.
Yeah, personal time is like right when you're about to go to bed and you write that little last word on there. Put that shit in the mail. Yeah.
Right.
But not on your fire guard shift.
Okay. So question number 5. Okay. Bay leaders and PGs. Those are student leadership. Do not disrespect your student leadership. Because half the time, majority of the time, some PGs are assholes. But most of the time, when your PG tells you something, it comes from drill sergeant. Listen to your student leadership. If you have a problem with PGs, do not get disrespectful back because it just puts the target on your back.
And it makes it worse.
Right. Just make sure that you are just squared away. And if you really have an issue, do not argue with nobody. It's not worth it. Like, just tell drill sergeant. But don't be a snitch neither. Don't go in telling them everything like, oh my God, I can't stand no snitch, girl. Like, certain shit you can handle in the bay. Like, but,
don't do that.
Yeah.
Do that in the bathroom.
Yeah. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just handle shit accordingly. Do not run into a drill sergeant. If it's getting bad, like if someone's getting bullied or you notice someone is just disrespecting one person because they easier to talk to like that, then you say something. Like, I'm that type of person, you're not finna pick on nobody, so I'll say something. But if it's like consistent and you keep picking on the same person, ain't nobody doing nothing about it, go to drill sergeant because it's out of your hands then. And if they can't defend themselves, you don't always have to step up for them. Like, people are going to have to learn. That's why you're in the military. You join something that is bigger than yourself so that you can become the person that you need to be. So, yeah. But don't be telling on everything. Don't be a snitch.
The best thing to do while you're at basic is just to mind your business. You get so much things faster and done by minding your business.
Mind your motherfucking business.
If you're in everything, which is not good, you're going to get fucked up more than the person is. So, just mind your business.
The world would be a much better place if everybody swept under their own porch. But you know what? Everybody want to sleep on little Bessie front little doorstep, and then you want to move to Joe doorstep, and then you sweeping the whole neighborhood doorstep, but your porch is still shitty and fucked up because you didn't want to sweep yours, but you wanted to hop to the next person and hop to the next person. No, mind your motherfucking business. Sweep your own porch. God damn it.
Period.
Shit. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Period. Okay, but this is question number 6. What is a battle buddy?
This is a battle buddy right here.
You will always have one battle buddy with you at all times.
Don't get caught with that one.
Right.
Because drill sergeant will fuck you up if you don't have one.
You will never be by yourself. Never get caught by yourself.
It may seem childish, but just do it.
It's good. It's a lot of stuff in the military that happens that you need a battle buddy. Make sure, and it's for your own benefit. It's for your own safety. Everybody, just because they join something good doesn't mean it's perfect. People are human and people make mistakes, so it's really for your benefit. Always have a battle buddy. And yes, it will just be in training, but for training wise, it's good to always have somebody with you. Let's say something crazy happened, you have a witness now. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, you just have a person that will be there for you and tell you what you got going on if something ever happened. So, yes.
Don't be that one male or female that just goes by themselves to a drill sergeant.
Right.
Because that'll make you look bad too.
Question number 7. What is your worst experience?
My worst experience was the first 3 weeks of basic at Fort Jackson. And we had 2 male drill sergeants. They fucked us up every time we went outside for not doing shit right. They gave us 1 minute to go upstairs and bring all our shit down. We didn't meet the time hack. We got smoked. In the rain. And it rained 3 weeks straight. It ain't get fucked. Not once. I wanted to quit. But I didn't. But still, the fact is that was the worst experience ever. And we had to eat by ranks. You guys will know about that. Hopefully you don't, but you will know about that.
My worst experience...
I have so many.
Yeah, like, I don't know where to start. My experiences were because I didn't know how to shut the fuck up. I feel like a lot of reasons why people get in trouble is because they don't know how to shut up. Like, I'm the type of person, I like to say how I feel, and I'm very blunt. Yeah, open with what I like to say and how I like to go about things. So, at one point in time, I didn't know how to reserve myself and make do with what I had to make do with. So one time I had got in trouble because I had argued with one of the females about like a fire guard list because I was the person making the fire guard or whatever. And then we got in trouble because some words were exchanged and the whole female bay had to come downstairs and we had to work together as a team. We had to move out. Yes, girl. That was my worst experience. And it was because of me and this other girl. And it really wasn't because of me, but like anything that you're a part of that's not right, you're wrong. So that's why. And I was so embarrassed. I had a little fake sock bun in my head. Half of it was hanging out. Everybody was laughing at me, running, trying to get this stuff just right dressed before breakfast time. Girl, I'm talking about edges not dead. I didn't even get to brush my teeth this morning. Like, it was horrible. I was so embarrassed. But it makes you a stronger person. Like, looking back at it, I'm like, dang, that was kind of funny. But why you getting laughed at and everybody like, oh, look at her bun. Like, my bun was bouncing up and down as I'm running. And, like, the whole top part of my sock bone was out. Girl, I was looking.
And I know y'all looking at it like, why did the whole female get in trouble out of it? Let me tell you, at basic training, don't care if you was part of it or not. It's one team, one fight. You'll hear a drill sergeant say it a lot. One team, one fight. Once one person get in trouble, you all are going to get in trouble eventually. Depending on the drill sergeant. There's one drill sergeant that probably like smoke you all just because you're there. And there's one like, oh, it's just you two. Come here.
All right.
Let me see. Another worst experience. Oh, worst experience was when we was at the range. That was the worst day ever. I think it was like our 5th time at the range. And we was qualifying, and this guy had left this thing on auto. It's supposed to be on semi, but he had this thing on auto, and he was just getting down in the prone position, and he almost shot his foot. Yeah, that was the worst experience right there. And it was live rounds too, so.
When you have your weapons, always make sure they on safe.
Down range.
You get fucked up and embarrassed. Like,
point down range. You don't know what that is, but they'll teach you down range.
Right.
Always do it. Because they will yell at you. Some will tackle you.
Before you even get to all that, always have your weapon on safe because that will prevent that.
And don't swing it, flag it at a drill sergeant or anybody else.
Or a battle buddy. Like,
because they will get on your ass.
Yes. Okay. That's it for that?
That's it.
All right. So question number 7. What is the bays like?
The bays.
You're not gonna like everybody, point blank, period. That's just life. Get along with motherfuckers, because at the end of the day, y'all are gonna hate each other. Y'all are gonna like each other, then y'all are gonna hate each other, and then you're gonna have to end up liking each other, because you're gonna have to end up working together, point blank, period. Like, it's no other way around it. Even if you're in a different platoon, you have to live with several different females. So you're gonna build bonds with people. Bonds are gonna be broken. You're not gonna like everybody, but those people you stay away from, like, just stay away from them. That's all you can do, is stay away from them. Some people are gonna have bad attitudes, bad personalities. They're toxic. They are cancer, yes, but don't follow up with them. Don't feed into that, because in basic, it's easy to fall into traps, because that's all you're around for an amount of time. Don't fall into it.
And then also think about it this way: you're in the base with like different females. I was in the base with like 30 different females, but the good thing is like we was all from different parts of the world, so it was like kind of cool. Yes, you're not gonna like some of them, because some of them will get on your nerves, but you gotta realize not everybody was raised the same way as you, so they might need more time to develop how to adjust to different people. But yeah, you're not gonna like everybody. But
my personal opinion on it is, girl, everybody got a struggle story. When you go to basic, don't use your motherfucking struggle story as a reason to, oh, I'm like this, I'm like that. You know the difference between right and wrong. And even whether you had a parent, the streets, your brother, your mother, your auntie, your cousin, your wasn't, whatever you want to call it, your buzzing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know the difference between right and wrong. Somebody done told you this is right or this wasn't right. So don't go in there thinking like, oh, I'm the toughest, I'm the baddest, because it's always someone like that's been through a worse struggle than you. And people that like to boast about it, they not the toughest. They not at all. And you'll see that. But don't go in there using your excuses about life of why you're fucked up, you have a bad attitude, because everybody had a fucked up situation in their life. Everybody had some type of situation or battle that they're fighting or currently going through. So, and you never know what somebody else is going through. So just because you went through something, don't ruin somebody else's day because of you. Try and uplift that person. Try and be the light in the situation. And in basic, I'm not going to say be the light towards everybody, because it's just not going to work. Just try and do what you need to do to get out of there, because it's a mental game. It's all about your mental. So make sure that you motivate yourself, and that will reflect upon others. Like, yeah. Okay. How does mail work? Question number 8. How does mail work?
Fort Jackson. Let me see. At first, it's gonna take a while because you're just now getting there,
right,
and you're just now sending off your mail. And the pen, I'm gonna tell you, from Georgia to South Carolina, it took like a couple of hours to get to me, but it even took even longer because every drill sergeant has to separate it by platoons and by your name, so it's gonna take a minute. But you got it Monday through Friday.
Yeah. Make sure your family fills that shit out right.
Properly too, because
right,
that ain't gonna get to you if they didn't put what platoon you in, or the address wasn't right, or they forgot the street name, because you ain't gonna get it.
Right. Make sure that you write your family too. It's hard going through something by yourself. Like, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard. Write your family, because phone calls you're not gonna get them like that. You know, when you get phone calls, it's very fortunate that you do, but you may not even get them. I know some people that didn't get nothing but 1 or 2 phone calls throughout basic. So make sure you write your family, because they'll uplift you. They'll let you know stuff that's going on, and you know, it just keeps you motivated and positive. Like, oh, my mom told me this was going on back home. So yeah,
you're gonna need your mails, because like for my company, what we did as a thing to like keep us pushing through every like ruck or every like march we had to do, like that was a mile or 2. He was like, damn, we tired as fuck, and like we had to get through all these like graduation requirements. We took every mail that our family members gave, read it right before we did something, and then that's what kept us pushing. For the forge, that 30 mile, we all had our mails and our camelbacks.
It depends on your company, how many miles you will work for the forge. You want to talk
about
the forge? Okay, the forge. Everybody be asking about the forge. The forge is a 4-day period of where you fucking ruck march 40 miles one night. You don't get no sleep. So the first day you might have to ruck, 10 to 13 miles. We did 13 miles our first day.
Same.
And ooh, child, your feet get numb. My hands are swollen. I looked at my hands. My hands are, you couldn't see none of this that's moving in my hands. It was big and fat. Like,
I still can't feel my big toe till this day. And I'm not even gonna lie. And I've been at AIT for 5 weeks now. So, and then the ruck was 6 weeks ago. So, yeah, I ain't gonna get nothing out of my big toe. But, like, for real,
yeah, your toes will be numb.
That's why I said, like, make sure you got, like, your foot powder and, like, make sure you wiggling your toes.
Change your socks. When you go on your breaks, after, like, walking and you have to pull security, that is your time to change your set. Ooh, I can't even talk. That shit had me so frustrated. But it will behoove you
to change your motherfucking socks.
Right. And eat your little snacks. The corn nuggets is the best. I just had to put it out
more
there.
meals, bro. Came in clutch. The BBQ corn nuggets.
BBQ corn nuggets.
The
Spirit
was smacking.
I
know you guys like, what the fuck is a corn nugget? But
yeah, y'all gonna find out. Y'all join the army. Y'all gonna find out.
I was
right
with my weapon in my hand.
I'm talking about and that what's that little bar? It was an energy bar and it was a mocha. That shit is good.
It's like the chocolate bar you get before you go to bed. That shit smack.
That thing is so good. The Forge is hard though, but it's really fun. You do a lot of different events. Nick at Night. Ooh, we should talk about Nick at Night.
I got stuff for this one. That shit,
bitch. I don't even got into it, but I knew I had something after that night. I'm talking about them low cross had a bitch knocked out.
So let me tell you guys, Nick at Night consists of like before you guys go, like all your platoons go, is like you gotta go through all these different obstacles, and you're like, obstacles? Like, it's not like fun. Yeah, it is fun because it's not that extreme because you're saving your energy and shit. So the real part is the Nick at Night part. That shit is the most graduation requirement ever. Yes, the ruck was a graduation requirement, but that is the major one right there. You got a motherfucking low crawl, and it's
300 meters.
300 meters, and I'm pretty sure you're like, yeah, I can do it, but it's in sand. And not
with your vest on, with your plates on, and your weapon,
ACH on your head.
Ooh, girl, and I got
your
a big ass head.
And then it's not only you; it's hella people from your company,
right?
And it's hard because I got kicked in the face twice by the side of 6'9", and I almost died. And then you gotta crawl under these like barbed wires and shit. You got a low crawl, and then there's a flare. The flare is what's gonna save you. It's like once the flare goes off, you see a little lights, you pause. That's when you're catching all your little breath, and it doesn't even last that long. It's like a good 5 seconds, and then all the fires, they're like bullets going over your head. That's 8 feet high. It doesn't sound that high until you actually like see them shit splashing in the light. And yeah. And then you got bombs going off near you and shit. That shit is extreme. It makes you feel like you're real life in there.
But it's fun though.
It is after you think about it now. But yeah, you tired. You arm merge. Arm merge is like this little bucket of ice, and you put your arms in for how many minutes?
We did ours that night, so we didn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't do it. No, they made us do it.
We did it at night, like
we did
10:30, 11.
But I thought it was like 11:30.
Yeah, us too.
And then when we got back to after that, you gotta carry some shit back to your base. Yeah, you gotta carry some shit back to your base.
What y'all carry back?
A big ass box. It weighed like 20 pounds.
Oh.
And we all had to like alternate. Then we had to make sure like whatever platoon was done first, it was like a race. And like you got to get back to the base. Once we was done, I thought I could get some sleep. That was a lie because I had to pull
You barely
security.
get sleep for the Forge, and they will come and attack you at night. Like not literally put their hands on you, but you'll get attacked like as if it was an enemy to prepare you for real life situations.
Oh, one noise is like.
Oh, and let me tell you this. Even soft MOSs could possibly deploy. Stop thinking that because you're a fucking infantry or you're freaking anything from a unit supply specialist, right? Everybody can fucking deploy. Take basic training serious. Like
all the tactical movements you are actually going to need, like this lady,
and they're fun. If you learn them, learn. Like, don't just have fun to the best of your ability.
This lady, she was a cook, and she was going on a mission transporting, like, shit. She didn't think she was going to get fucking attacked until she actually remembered her tactical movements that they taught her. Her and survived, and everybody else was killed. So,
yeah.
That shit right there saved her life. Learn them shit. It looked boring as fuck to some people because they're like, I don't want to learn this shit. I'm ready to go. Get the fuck out here. Go home. Going home, don't worry about that. Because that shit don't exist in the military. Going home is not a thing. Especially in COVID. COVID's what's fucking everybody over. You don't get that shit. You get that shit after.
Yeah.
If you're like National Guard or Reserve, yes, you get to go home. And that's when you go into AIT and you go home after you graduate. Basic, if you're split up, so you go home that day of graduation.
Wow.
Everybody else just stays until AIT. If you're split ups, don't be the one thinking you know it all and you think you're fucking special because you're young and you're joining the military. Everybody else is young too. Just don't be too full of yourself, please don't. Because that shit will get you in trouble in your barracks.
Right.
And your drill sergeant wouldn't even know.
Right. But yeah, I guess that's all for this video, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy. I will do a second video. Drop comments and questions and stuff
motherfucking
like that.
Subscribe.
Period. Sasha Lorraine is coming soon. My channel will be open by the time this video drops, and y'all will see. So subscribe, like, and I will have more stuff full of army, lifestyle, all different stuff. So thank y'all. Okay, that was a good thumbnail.
Feeling you, baby, you killing the baby. You got more body than my little Stanfield. Ass so fat, she be getting embarrassed. She wanna shop, I'ma take her to Paris. Being that Lucha, I'm being that coochie. I bought her a dog.